What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Mandalorian Season 2 preview video. We will be presenting our top 5 predictions and theories to you, as we are so very excited for the show to drop on Friday on Disney+. If you enjoy the video, then a like would be very much appreciated, and subscribe with notifications on to catch our breakdown on Friday. So let's start with a wild one. Now, this got me thinking earlier this week when I saw Rahul Kohli, who was recently in Bly Manor as Owen, hint that he could be playing Ezra Bridger, but he was hinting that it was just a troll in the end. But we know characters like Ahsoka and Sabine Wren are appearing in this season in some way, and it must be in a big way, as they haven't been featured in any trailers whatsoever, although we did have somewhat of a hint at Sabine with Sasha Banks being in the trailer. Well, what if at the end of the season we find Ezra Bridger finally? Ezra was the protagonist of Star Wars Rebels, and The Mandalorian is set after the events of Return of the Jedi, and we know that both Ahsoka and Sabine are searching for Ezra after the battle in that movie. Ahsoka is an ex-Jedi and Sabine is a Mandalorian. Our Mandalorian, as of the trailer, is being tasked with finding more of the child's kind. Well, not his species, but Jedi's, as obviously the child has clear powers, and the Mandalorian and the Jedi history are so very intertwined. We can pick up with Ahsoka and Sabine as they are on their journey to find Ezra, and eventually at the end, I think Ezra will be revealed as the person the child is to be taken to in the unknown region, but more on that later. We will finally see or hear of the Great Purge. The Great Purge was an event not fully explored in Star Wars media, and was an event that led to the Mandalorians being scattered across the universe, which is why we have the cable of Mandalorians there and the armourer. Now, Bo-Katan, played by Katie Sackhoff, did have the Darksaber, but as of the final episode of The Mandalorian Season 1, Moff Gideon had it. Well, Giancarlo said how Moff Gideon is the warden of the galaxy, so it makes sense that he not only knows about the child and what it means to have a Force user, but I expect he was part of the law enforcement used to keep Mandalore under Empire control and would have maybe started the Great Purge. It makes sense considering he has control of so many stormtroopers and will be chasing Din and the child, so this explains the heavy Imperial presence in the trailers and the greater goal of the Imperials post-Empire. Of course, we know it led to the rise of the First Order, but I will discuss that in a second. So following on from Moff Gideon and his history, let's move on to the future and Moff Gideon's intentions. I would expect that we will see the origins of the First Order. Now Admiral Thrawn also went missing with Ezra Bridger as they were transported to the unknown regions of space at the end of Rebels. However, Thrawn's race was a Chiss, and the Chiss explored the unknown regions by using young Force users to map hyperspace in real time. With this in mind, Thrawn probably had this knowledge and may have shared it with others in the Empire, which means kind of explains the reason why Moff Gideon and the client are so eager to find the child, as it will allow them to explore the unknown regions and rebuild their empire as we know they did. They created the First Order and then there was the Final Order, but I'm not going to go into how dumb the Final Order was. Considering Mandalorian history and Jedi history will be explored here in this season, how they're so intertwined like I said, I would expect more on the Tar Vizsla, the creator of the Darksaber and the first Jedi to come from Mandalore. He appeared in a flashback in an episode of Star Wars Rebels, but with his legendary weapon being a huge part of the upcoming season, I expect we will see more of the great Mandalorian Jedi. And lastly, just a wild thought to end with my wild thought at the start, is that we will learn of Luke Skywalker's academy. You know that once Kylo Ren ended it in the future, he killed everyone with his Knights of Ren, who I do not forgive Disney for absolutely messing up. How metal were the Knights of Ren, and then they literally get wrecked by Kylo straight away. Oh my god. I might do another video on how much Disney dropped the ball on the really cool stuff, admittedly, they introduced. Kylo may have been born 3 or 4 years before the Mandalorian show started, But Luke will be setting up his academy and training Leia and things like that. So I think that if Din is trying to find someone to help him and find someone to take the child and keep him safe, well, he'll be trying to find Jedis, and who other than the absolute Chad of Jedis at the moment, Luke Skywalker. So it's a good start, even if it is only mentioned. But let me know what you think in the comments down below on this. Do you think that these are interesting? Do you think that this will happen? And are you excited for The Mandalorian Season 2? But please drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.